fans, do you want to win your share of $100,000? Simply enter the houseofboxing.com Fight Night Prediction Challenge. Compete with boxing fans around the world. Simply head over to houseofboxing.com and sign up now.
Matt Lenihan, Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store, houseofboxing.com. Always a pleasure to be joined by Leigh Wood. We're here in Newcastle, here to support obviously these next gen events, but let's talk about you. Didn't get a chance to catch up with you after the fight, but incredible fight.
You caught me now. Caught me before I even checked in, haven't you?
I don't mess around. Like, there's a fight night in about 2 hours, so I just thought let's get it done. Look, incredible fight. I'm sure you're probably not sick of hearing it, but yeah, everyone's now talking about what's next for you. You've made your intentions clear. You want to move up. So I suppose the obvious question is, where are we at with it? Because you've been getting promised a City ground, I think, like I said, off camera since I started speaking to you. What's the state of play?
Yeah, obviously I wanted that for a long time. I always thought, well, it was always out of reach slightly for a long time. You need to be a massive profile. You need you need a dance partner as well that would help fill the ground. As the years have gone by, my profile's got bigger to 2021 when I won the world title, and then the Conlan fight, and then the Laura fights, and thought every time I won, I thought it's next, and got to the point where I thought, is this ever going to happen? I need to put something in the contract to make sure that it does happen, and there's no we was going to do it for this reason, or we could have done it for that reason, or there was always something. So I thought it's got to go in there. If I fight again, it's only going to be there, and I did, and I'm glad I did, and hopefully it's next.
Any progression towards it though, because there's talk and then there's movement, obviously, and with Nottingham Forest at the minute doing well in the Premiership, there obviously you've got to look after that pitch to ground, and you've got, I'm sure, concerts and things getting held there. Have yourself, Eddie, Matchroom made any strides into seeing what dates potentially available for whoever you fight before we get onto that?
So the talks have already begun. So deep in conversations and dates, and lots of things have been discussed. So we're moving in the right direction. I think Take That took my spot, 27th of May. So thanks for that,
dare
guys.
they?
I know. But no, we've still got time. We've still got dates, and hopefully it all lines up for me. I'll have a word with Eddie today, see how things are going on with that. And I think we'll have a meeting in a few weeks. We need to start discussing who, which is probably your next question.
It was actually, yeah. I was going to ask you a little bit earlier, but we may as well get on to it. I feel like, obviously, since this rise, you became world champion, beating Kanzu. The run you've been on, although obviously the fight with Mick, obviously you won, you got Fight of the Year for that as well, another accolade. You're now in a position where, it can't be anything else for you but the City ground. I feel you've got that tick box of being a two-time world champion. So, in terms of opponent stature, are you at the point where you care who it is because you're getting the City ground, or does it have to be a name? Like with obviously Josh, who you get linked with, the following. There is a bit of a story, I suppose, in some people's eyes, there's a story there as well from the build-up, how the fight ended. I think obviously Michael's fighting Jordan Gill, obviously a friend of yours. I'm sure you'll be there in Belfast. So there's always all these things that could happen, but what do you want?
Yeah, I don't care. And people say, he's just saying that he wants the easiest fight. I don't care. My good friend Taz, in the car on the way here, he said, you're just saying that, like, he does care. I'm like, honestly, I don't care who I fight. Honestly, Dan, like...
Do you not need that person, though, to get you up for it? Because if they brought, like...
What I was going to say is, I don't care who I fight, but if it was up to me, the best way to do it is let the fans decide. Let's do like a poll, let's do like a vote or something, and let the fans decide who I fight, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to generate the most interest, generate the most money, the most bums on seats. So who they want to see me fight is effectively who I should fight. So yeah, and I'm sure that will be the most exciting one. If they think it's Warrington because of the controversy the first time, well, the same thing happened with Conlan, so I can't give everyone a rematch that time, can I? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, look, if it's Warrington, it's Warrington. If it's Cordina, it's Cordina. Maybe not.
Chance to become obviously he's world title.
Yeah, possibly. I'm not sure. The IBF are quite strict with things like that. But I don't know. Maybe it's a possibility. We'll see. Like I said, opponents and that, we'll be talking to Ed in a few weeks. There is other options as well. Hopefully, my mate Jordan beats Mick, so that won't be an option because we've had too many defeats in his last 5 fights. But we'll see. You never know what's going to happen in boxing. There's so many twists and turns. Like I said, you never know what's going to happen.
If Mick beats Jordan, possibility?
It won't happen.
That fight's never going to happen again for you?
He won't beat Jordan.
Okay, up. Talk to me about Josh Warrington since this fight. Obviously, he's put his statements out there, and I think it must have been a couple of days after sort of dust had settled, the video to say, look, this is what happened with the stoppage, this is there. Now, this doesn't really affect you. At the end of the day, you got your hand raised, so you bounce on, move on, do what you want. But what do you make of what's come from him since the fight? What's your opinion?
At first, he was being a bit. I thought personally he was being little bit bitter, and then I shared that video where he got everything wrong. What he said he got interviewed straight after the fight, and he said everything. He got it all wrong. He said, "Oh yeah, I got up on this time." Then I heard the bell go. The bell went when he was first got up before the count started, so he didn't quite know where he was and what was happening. And then I shared that, and then I basically say, "Look, give me some credit. I just knocked you out." And you was gone on your feet when you got back up after being flat on your back. So, yeah, then he gave me some credit, and that's what I wanted, and I gave him some credit back. And I've got no problem. I've got no problem doing it again. If I want to do it again, if it's Josh, then it's Josh. But yeah, I've got a few social media guys that do bits and bobs for me. I've been
seeing you've been getting quite active, and I keep thinking Leigh poking a lot of bears here. I saw one the other day. You've got Mick, Josh all on it. Both after what they said.
Do you know what? I when I post them, I kind of giggle a little bit. They're quite funny, some of them, but it is what it is. If someone knocks me out and they want to put a reel out, then they've earned it. Do you know what I mean? The same thing with me. I've earned the right to post them because I've got the wins. And if he did that, then he'd get the same right as well. So yeah, that's boxing, I guess. Just seen another one a minute ago. It's made me cry. What he said in response to my video, but that's another post for another day.
Look it up. Jordan Gill obviously goes into Belfast against one of your old opponents in Michael Conlan. I spoke to Jordan. I think it must have been, I don't know if it was the day a contract got sent. I knew something was in the offing, and then I asked him, and he says, "Yeah, I've been training. I've been doing a little bit with Ben." Is he training with Ben Davison? Is Ben going to be in his corner in Belfast?
I think the team's helping him out for this fight. I'm not sure if he'll be in his corner, but I know he's helping him out. I've seen bits and bobs. Obviously, I've been in the gym full time because I've had a break myself, but I talked to Jordan quite a lot. And like I said, Ben and Leigh Wood helping him out. I think Barry's taking him over. Ben's got other fighters that night, so I don't think he'll be in his corner. But I'm confident Jordan knows what he needs to do, and I'm confident Jordan can go over there and do it.
Have you been giving Jordan, I suppose, some pointers? Obviously, you shared, almost 12 incredible rounds with Michael. Have you been giving him some little tips and saying, look, this and this kind of thing?
Yeah, Jordan's got his own approach because two different styles. Yeah, two different styles to have two different ways of winning a fight. But yeah, he knows what he needs to do, and I've kind of been alongside and seen what he needs to do as well. I've been sent it and I've seen it, so I can kind of tell him and help him understand and help him, give him little tips, saying look, you need to watch this every night, you need to be doing this every night because it's going to help, you need to ingrain it. And it's like a sponge anyway, Jordan. He's a very, very good learner. So like I said, no doubt.
No doubt. You're going to be there in Belfast? Because that'll be interesting, won't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, look, it's been a pleasure catching up. We hope to find out some news on your future shortly.
You too.
You got a message for all your fans, the ones who'll be tuning into this hopefully City Ground fight that's going to come?
Yeah, it's going to be massive. It's never happened before. It could be a long time if it ever happens again. So yeah, just make sure you're hot on the heels for the tickets and that when it gets announced, the fight gets announced and the tickets go on sale, because I believe it will sell really well and come and be part of an unforgettable, historic night. And thanks for all the support in my last fight and the previous fights. It's been a long road to get here, but we're nearly there, and it's my dream fight, and I can't wait for it.
Leigh Wood, thanks for talking to Boxing Social. We'll catch up soon.
Cheers.